Alrighty guys, how's it going? Welcome to the late night show of Junior Trader. Wow, you are on Junior Trader second channel. So you may be familiar with my main channel, and so subscribe here as well if you want to follow along. The content type of this particular channel is still yet to be discovered, so we'll discover together. But today in this video, I want to talk about how is the S&P 500 and Nasdaq 100 doing, and also how is KOSPI performing. So a lot of good stuff in this video, guys. I have changed the theme of this chart so that for the late night show, you are not woken up by a bright chart and a bright theme. Just for that, hit the like and subscribe. Alrighty. So let's start off with S&P 500. Once I let you know, none of this is any financial advice, only for education purposes, just sharing my opinion. Please do your own thing. Alrighty. So S&P 500 has been on a clear uptrend here. There is no stopping it right now. If you remember on my Patreon, you were aware that this is the zone I called out, 745 area, that this is where strength will begin, and we will continue to the upside. This is where our near-term weakness that we were in will be over. Multi-day strength above this will start to come as well, and overall structure will also turn bullish. Well, technically overall we did stabilize until here. That was the important point, 737, and then we did some multi-day rebound, and thereafter 747 we shot up. If you remember on my Patreon with the stocks coverage, you are aware about all of it. This was the move then. What from here? We have been doing pullbacks lately, but we are still bullish here. So nothing to fear, nothing to worry right now on the S&P 500 price action here. I'm just gonna check something here real quick. Yeah, okay, I'll change that later. I'll make it for the dark theme as well, a little bit more visible, the support zone. But you get my point. You can already see there's a support zone here, right? Now, what are we seeing from here going in tomorrow? Well, we are extended. There is likelihood of certain pullbacks. They may happen. So what are we watching for that? Wow. What are we watching for that? That is some levels. Now, let me actually adjust something real quick on my universal indicator because we are on the dark theme. So just bear with me, guys, okay? Next time I'll have it all ready, right? I'm also setting it all up when I'm, doing it. All right. So now here we have a room to trigger some multi-day weakness that is, cooling off a little bit here. But that is just going to be a pullback on S&P 500. So the zones to watch is pretty much where we are actually. This is the zone we are watching, 771 for tomorrow. Markets are very efficient, okay? They will close at a very important zones for the next day. So this is something to watch. Overnight, we are 773, somewhere over here. But overnight sessions usually reset by the time market open. All right, so at least pre-market opens. Let me actually try out a couple of things. It's really tough to get a proper color for the dark here on the near term. Never mind. I'll figure it out later. Let's just do dashed. At least it will be a little bit more visible. Yeah. So that you can see which level I'm talking about, and that is pretty much, guys, the one here. Right, you can see there are dashed line there, right? So anyways, so that's something to keep an eye on. That's something to watch, and that may trigger us, maybe bring us down to 767. That's a possibility, but please note this will mostly be just near-term pullback. Overall structure will be fine even until this zone of 760. Okay, so anyhow, there's a room for some pullback, so just be prepared. But if we stabilize above it or stay above it, that is pretty much where the zone we are at. That is 771. We are still technically fine. Okay, right now pullback hasn't triggered itself. Multi-day weakness hasn't triggered itself. Similar situation is with Nasdaq 100. Now, Nasdaq 100 turned around also in the strength. This was the zone, $700. And thereafter, we have continued to remain overall as well strengthful and overall bullish here. What are we looking at tomorrow? Well, tomorrow, let's get to the hourly interval. And here we are looking like want to do some pullback. Okay, so are we there yet? Well, we are right at that, very close to that zone, guys. The zone is 718. If we lose this tomorrow, 718, it has a room to trigger some pullback, may give you a significant level test until 710. So accordingly manage the position. You don't want to overexpose yourself. I'm just going to quickly do something here so that, yeah, so that it's more visible there, right? So it hasn't triggered it, but it may soon. If we lose 718, that will be a part of a pullback on Nasdaq 100 there. Okay, so far so good though. All right, let's jump on to KOSPI. Now KOSPI, look, I have been telling you that KOSPI is very important if you are doing memory trades. Okay, this gives you a little bit insight into already what major indices price actions are doing. So I have been telling you that these are the zones that we have to see stabilization in, and so far I'm seeing a stabilization, a good stabilization, so it doesn't worry me too much. All right, so, and that remains the case. I do believe this is the bottom. Today we have a good green, well, white candle, which is technically a green candle. It's just the theme is different here, right? And even if we do come down, I just don't see that we will have much downside. I don't think we're gonna make new lows. We're mostly gonna stabilize in this area and make our at least run to the upside. That's my thesis right now. Let's take a look at Skhynix. And Skhynix is also, I believe it will stabilize here, a little bit green today. But it is a little bit far away from its like a full turnaround to the upside, but I believe that we are just at a critical zone at this point of potential support. Eventually just it will turn around in my opinion. Okay, so yeah, we will be eventually fine, and so things are okay. Samsung is looking good as well. Samsung already doing bounces through that zone that I have given you, right? And this is already looking good. It's already looks like wanna push through and looking good here so far. So S&P 500, Nasdaq 100 is already strong, guys. KOSPI is more what you are looking for, the memory trades, and there, as I just showed you, it's just doing all that good stuff for a bottom formation. Gotta be a bit patient over here, but things are looking so far so good. All right, guys, that's all I had for you in this video. And with that, please hit the like, subscribe this channel as well. If you hit the notification bell, if you want to be updated. And with that, I'll see you in my next videos. Take care, bye.